To mount the brackets for the 2500, 3500, 2019 Dodge grill guard, we got the bracket right here. This other side, we've got the bracket on already. You can see the tow hooks back in there. We're going to show you how we did that bracket right here. This truck's got to go back to the dealership, so we actually had to take this out so we can mount this bracket. You're going to end up having a notch just a hair right there down for that bracket to fit in that thing, but we can't show you that on this one just because it's got to go back to the dealership. But you're going to have to notch it out just a little bit because it hangs down below that tow hook just a hair right there, but it's just very little. Don't slit it all the way across, just down there a little bit on the outside where that bracket is. In order to get that bracket in there, first you're going to have to remove the tow hook. On the side of the frame, there's bolts for the tow hook. And this is the tow hook bolts right here. This is what holds it in. You're going to have to remove those two silver bolts up in there. To move the bottom one, there's a black bolt right there. There's a black bolt on top, and there's a silver one, and then there's a black one below. You're going to remove the silver one and the black bolt below, and that is actually what them holes are going to go to right there, okay? But you also have to remove the back one also to remove the tow hook. Once you remove the tow hook out of there, you're going to take that bracket and you're going to put it in there of that nature. And once that bracket's in there, then you're going to reinstall your tow hook that goes in there. And it's a little bit tight. And then you're going to put that bracket in there. This bolt right here that you took out on the front of the tow hook towards the front of the truck is now not long enough. So you're going to take that factory nut and reuse. You're going to use this bolt supplied in the bolt bag. You're going to put a washer on it. You're going to put a lock nut on it. And then again, like I said, you're going to reuse your factory nut. This black bolt goes back in the bottom of it, okay? And once you got that, and then you got to reuse your back tow hook bolt, and you're going to put those in there, and you're going to tighten those up. What we do, as you're tightening it, we'll get a level and put on the front of that bracket to make sure that that bracket is level. And once you've got that leveled, then you can get somebody in there to tighten the bolts up. In order to put your upper bracket on, which is this right here, you're going to have to, there's some flat rubber stuff right in here, little sealant right there. We actually took it off because once again, we can't cut on this truck. It's a vehicle from the dealership. You got to get it back. The top outside frame cap that holds the chrome bumper on, that bolt is the one we're going to go to. It's right about in this, right here, just before it's actually starting to go up right there. It's right there. Up underneath, you'll see it from up underneath. You have to take the nut off of that bolt. In order to get this bracket through there, though, you're going to have to take a utility blade or whatever you want to use to cut it. You're going to have to cut a notch in that thing to allow this bracket to come through because it's all filled in right there, as you can see on yours. To get this bracket in, you come from up underneath and you slip it in from back to the front towards out like that. And that hole right there is going to be the hole that goes on that nut that you took off of that bolt. Just put that on there and put the nut back on, and you're going to tighten it up. And that's what's going to go to the tab on your grill guard, which you use a 1/2 by 1 3/4 bolt. That's how you put your upper bracket. The guard up here, we actually put the sensor bar grill guard up here so we can show you more than one thing on here. When you mount it, those brackets here in the bolt bag is 2 on each side, the 1/2 by 1 3/4 bolts. That's what you mount it with up on your brackets to the grill guard. The ones with the sensors, if you got sensors, you're going to have the sensor bar in here. We kind of put this one on there so we can explain. You take the factory housing out and sensor out of the plastic in the front of the grill there, and you relocate it in the sensor bar itself, and then you put the sensor back in there. In your kit, you will have 2 extensions here that will go from your old wire harness up to your sensor, and then you're going to tuck it back up underneath there and hit some zip ties and tie it up in there and make sure it's secure so it's not flopping around. When you mount that thing, you get it loosely up there, you're going to measure right here from each side. I call the loop here. You're going to measure each side, make sure it's centered side to side. and get back right in the middle and just stand back, and you can eyeball this with the grill or the hood line to make sure it's right up and down from side to side. And that's your installation on that, which is your sensor bar on this one, and the other one you say ain't got that much to do. That's your installation on the 2019 2535 Hunter Dodge Grille Car.